This is a short movie to show our new course reputation system. This is a follow-on movie from the tutor booking. So now we're going to show how students and tutors can give each other reputation. So here you will see there's a new tab called Reputation. On this screen you'll get a summary of the reputation for the profiles you have as a student. So here I've got one profile, Michelle Baker. I have available to spend 94 tokens and I've spent 6. So for the purposes of this demo, we created a reputation contract to manage the reputation flow, and we automatically allocated 100 reputation tokens to all the players involved in the scenario. You can imagine different ways people could acquire the tokens. However, you could allocate some to the student and tutor every time a tutorial was booked or a course was booked, or you could buy them. Students could have to get them as part of the fees they pay for courses. Lots of ways we could get them. For the demo we just gave everybody 100. And here you can see so far this is the reputation I have given to others, and I haven't received any yet. So this is like my summary reputation page. If we go back to the tutor booking system we looked at in the earlier movie, and we now select again the same tutors, we can have a closer look at this reputation. So here you can see Jeremy Roebuck has 3 reputation tokens, and those are ones that Michelle Baker allocated earlier. If we view their reputation page, this gives a summary for that tutor of how they got the reputation tokens they have. And here you can see it was for a tutorial on this date, for this subject, from this person. I gave them 3, and I have a comment, obviously just simple for the purposes of the demo, but this would be some information for people trying to judge whether they wanted to book a tutorial with this tutor or not. And if we go back to my tutorials, you can see that for the tutorial I have already taken, there's a rate button waiting for me to rate that tutorial. So let's have a look what the student tutorial rating page looks like. If I click the button, I get this pop-up screen. Here it shows the available tokens I have left. And then I get 2 ways that I can allocate reputation for the tutorial. The first side, I decide exactly how many tokens I give, and there are 3 parts you can give tokens to: the administration of the tutorial, the materials used in the tutorial, and the tutor themselves. So I can just fill in numbers, whatever I fancy, and make a comment and transfer the tokens. The other way I can do it is I can just give a total number of tokens and allow them to be distributed for me in the following percentages. So let's just put in 10 tokens and let the system distribute them. I now get a summary of how the tokens are going to be distributed, and I get to agree. So 6 reputation tokens to the tutor, 3 to the material author, and 1 to the administration. And I confirm. I then have to unlock my account to do the transactions. The transactions to transfer those reputation tokens have now gone onto the blockchain and they're waiting to be mined. And that's now been mined, and the reputation contract will have noted those changes. So let's go and have another look at our reputation page. You can now see that 3 new entries have been added for the tokens I've just given. So here you can see 1 for administration, 6 for the tutor, and 3 for the material author and my comment. So let's look at how this looks from the tutor side. So let's have a look at Jeremy Roebuck's tutorial list. So here you can see I've had 2 tutorials with him, and they're both waiting for him to rate me. So let's see what it looks like. So because obviously there's only 1 student, it's a much simpler screen. So he can just allocate a number of tokens to me. Let's transfer those tokens. Again, you can see there's a confirmation message. And now that's gone onto the blockchain and is waiting to go into the reputation contract to transfer the tokens to the student. And now that's been mined, and there's no more actions to do on that tutorial. So while we're in the tutor view, let's have a look at the reputation from the tutor's perspective. So here you can see we've added some links to view the reputation for the 3 players involved in the tutorial. There's the tutor themselves, any material authors that he may have used, and the administration. So let's look at the tutor's reputation page. So here you can see that he's been given 9 tokens so far by me for 2 different tutorials. And here you can see that he has given me, or Michelle Baker, 6 tokens. So basically this is his summary screen of all the tokens he's received and all the tokens he's given, and here is his current balance. And we can see the same for the author. Here are the tokens the author's been given. And here we can view the reputation of the administration. So if we go back to the student view, we can see those reputation tokens that have come in. So here on the student page, you can now see that I have been given 6 tokens by Jeremy Roebuck for this tutorial. As well as adding reputation to the tutorials, we also added them to the courses. So if we go to a course that I've been enrolled in, which I've now completed, you can see I can now rate the course. The screen is very similar to the one for the tutorial. You're breaking down the ratings that you give for the administration, the course author and the course teacher in this instance. And if we go to the course side, you can see here that the course can rate the student, and again it's a much simpler screen with just how many tokens and a comment. So that's a new reputation system that we've added to our course demo.